Hi guys, welcome to Grooties. Kevo, Jayden. We have friends over tonight. Oh, and his lovely girlfriend, but we'll just leave her over there. We don't show girls on this because this is a guy's place. So we have a Barra built by a weirdo. Not me at all. Hold on. Fuck, camera stands far. Right. We pulled it apart 2 weeks ago. Rod journals were gone. I wasn't going to show any Barra content because I don't want people to ask me to build Barra stuff, but check this shit out. This was $4,500, $4,000 worth of fucking NA engine made to be a turbo motor. Missing some teeth off the timing sprocket there, son. What do we got? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the teeth still intact. The rest are fucked. This was about to lunch itself big time. Wait. Jayden, that would have been spun lower cog, lunch, there.
Oh, do you reckon that's why they couldn't put timing into it?
No, they couldn't put timing into it because, if anything, the oil pressure on this engine was 3.5 PSI. So, I don't want to say that I'm going to do it, but I'll do at least this Barra, and we'll see what we get out of it. I'm not discouraged because of the M20 race engine, put it that way. The M20 it just broke. It's just what happens. You build race engines, they break. Do these have a timing lock kit or anything like that? Like a timing kit that sits on there to lock the cams, like a BMW? So that? No. I've never built a Barra. So if all these fucking backyard fucking cocksuckers can build a Barra and make 400 plus kilowatts, and just throw boost at it, or I'm sure my mate can tune it. I would tune it. You can take it back to who you want to take it back to if you like, or we can go see my mate. But my mate's tune will be spicy, which will mean you only shop at certain servos. If you know it's a shit cheap ass servo, you don't shop there. Or you do E85 like what you have. It's up to you. At the end of the day, mate, it's just a pump. It's a great big air pump. You can make it work. We make it as efficient as possible. I can't get over how he's got all these ARP head studs and one standard bolt. Why? So this is supposed to have oil pump gears, Athena head gasket, ARP bolts, and it had ACL race series bearings, which I was quite impressed with for a backyard fuckwit. So you expect most people to cheap out on bearings because that's what they do. I'm a little worried about the cams. I've got a bit of a flat spot here, and so on the rising here, there's a little flattened off spot there. So I don't know whether or not. And on the downside, it's not too bad on the other side, but we'll just have a look, make sure there's no damage on it.
It's got spare ones, I don't.
You got another XR, is it another standard engine?
Yes.
XRs don't have big cams, do they? Same cams?
Yep. All the same cams.
All the same cams?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't need cams up to what 500 or 600 kilowatts. I don't need cams. So we'll just do like if we're going to get the head machine. Do a little bit of a pocket port, and just make it, just tidy it up just as it looks a bit better. Just maybe get a real nice valve cut on there. Get my mate to look at it, and just go from there. At least these trays are good. Look at how light that is.
Yeah.
This is really, really. So, it's something different for me anyway. There you go. More crap. That guy's a fucking idiot. Right. So, you need to, these have got to stay, this.
Oh, jeez.
Look at these dowel pins. So, the dowel pin holes, what we're looking at is the dowel pin holes. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare. So, what I'll do, I will, because I've got the camera on my little steady. Let's have a look here. Right. Anytime somebody can't bolt something down without fucking dowel pins, you know there's some issues. Look at this shit. I told you guys I wasn't going to share all negative and doom and gloom, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to share the mistakes. Look, if you make this mistake, so what that is that's your loss of oil pressure as well, right? So if anything, see the flat here, where it's flattened off, and you've got a little bit of the dowel sitting on the flat, that's going to hold the cap up.
Yep.
That's why these were loose.
Yep.
So back over here, let's stick it back on the stand, and we'll keep going with our little diagnostics and going through these shitbox. What we can do now, guys, is we're going to pull the oil pump out. Now, this engine, the oil pump was full of swarf. So let's just take it off. We'll take the other cam off. Let's see if it's got both of them are the same. So you've got to kind of, I don't know what the process is on these, because it's got caps. You've got to make sure you relieve all the spring pressure, or as much of the spring pressure as possible, whatever. Right? But at the end of the day, you'll find that, what do we got here? And front one's got a little bit on it. So we'll just take some spring pressure off. We'll get this head off, have a bit of a look, flip it over, check the pistons. It's supposed to have turbo pistons, but he said it's got gas pistons. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get this stuff off, take that cam out, and put it over there. And have you got tape or anything? I've got tape to label it. Just take it out. And we probably want to go through your other head, and we will pick the best two. The best head out of them.
Before he left, he said, should I put the oven right on it?
Nah, that's right. What we'll do, we're going to need, is the other head good or what? Was it a runner?
Yeah.
You've got a freebie?
Yeah.
Good friend? Good. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help people. You're supposed to give them free stuff. I just want a free property with a big shed bigger than this. Please, please. Oh. We're all hurting enough, but it's like you guys, you know, you do the best bench stop. At the end of the day, someone needs bench stop, you pay your friends. You pay someone, you said it to me years ago, Kevin. You said, I'd rather pay you, because I know you're not going to rip me off. If it costs more, at least I know you've done it properly. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? At least you pay someone you know. Too many people are like, oh, I can get something cheaper from China. Okay. If we don't look after each other, if we don't look after everyone around us, how are we supposed to all get something? This is the issue, isn't it? And then you go to a local, but you didn't go to a local with a shop, you went to a local that works out of his backyard that's on a pension that's making bulk cash. So at the end of the day, and what? His brother's hooked up, so at the end of the day, he gets away with whatever he gets away with. Whatever, cunts. Fucking humans, man. Won't back up their work. Me, if that M20 had broken and that was someone else's, so this is the thing, like everybody that watches my channel, I try to teach them about diagnosing shit. So with mine, I just expected it to be a spun barrel, right? But then to find what I found, it just is what it is. But if that was a customer engine, my car would have been sold to rebuild that engine for the customer, because that's within 1,000 Ks. That's a fucking, even on a race engine, within 1,000 Ks and never really been raced. Went to the drags and had a bit of fun. You guys were there. You filmed it. Yeah. Oh, look, more. Oh. What the fuck is going on with this one? This one's on real tight. There you go. Anyway. Yep, there you go. So, anyone that doesn't know how to do down cam caps and not do this shit to down. What the fuck? How the fuck do you do this shit? Yeah, take that cam now. So, intake and exhaust same cam or different?
You got to mark that.
Yeah, it's sit on that side, and then we'll start drawing on this stuff. Wow.
So that's why I pulled this out.
Yeah. So what this would have done, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We'll do that, and then we'll do this, and then we've got them roughly where we want. So what would have been happening is it would have held the cap up here. So it's actually bent those things. I'm surprised it didn't break anything, right? And it's held it up here, and it's held it up here. You can see the dowel pins are they're just being pushed over and flattened over. Like, what the actual fuck? What kind of idiot does this? Now, none of this shit really matters, does it? At the end of the day, in my eyes, none of this will matter, right? So all these need to go into a tub. Now, I say none of it will matter because at the end of the day, it's roller. Whatever, if there's any damage, we're not going to use it. So we'll go wear it. So grab your tub, pull all the lifters and all the rocker arms out, put them all in, and we'll take the head off. Interesting. Very, very interesting to see. Okay, so look, these aren't bad. These journals are good. But you're worried more about these journals because this is what's getting pushed. Because the cam's pushing it up into it. So the bottom, usually the bottom of the journal never goes back.
Why wouldn't they do a camber?
Because it's aluminium and it's cheap, and they didn't need to because steel on aluminium is really good, and usually the aluminium will embed. So if you do a cam bearing, the cam bearing will embed, right? So it's the same as in the bottom. You don't. Oh, I reckon we're fuck the fucking filming here. Look at this. We got a. Oh no, we're all right. We got Jayden being productive for a change. Nah, he's a good lad. So this is the thing. We can pull it down. We can have a look.
Yeah.
And we can work out what we can do from here. But the consensus is, if someone builds something, and then they kind of see you later, don't want to fucking fix it, then you know that he knew it was a piece of shit.
Yeah. That's right.
Tools everywhere. Do with them all. I would have been fucked if you had to come last night. It was even worse last night. There was shit everywhere. I only just got them over out of the car.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, so all the guides and stuff look right. So most of this stuff will be able to reuse a lot of this shit, right? But depending on what, and depending on...
Is that metal in there?
Oh.
That's right.
No. That's the oil suction.
Right. Let's pull an oil pump off. And that just slides straight off, does it, Jayden?
Yep.
Slides over the
Yep.
collar?
Yep.
And then I can pull it apart and have a look?
Yep.
So, anyone that's
Just
watching...
be careful, because they do like the strip, the Phillips head screw that they have on the back of it.
Oh, don't worry about that. So anyone that's watching,
Metal in there.
this had swarf. So a couple of weekends ago we pulled the sump off. So we actually, Saturday 2 weeks ago, yeah? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Jayden took this engine back to the guy that built it. And
Looks like an engine touch.
he didn't want me there to see any of it. When it come apart, here, we found swarf in oil pickup. And it wasn't a little bit of swarf. It was a fucking shit ton of swarf.
It's still in the sun.
So, yeah. You still got the pickup?
Yep. It's in the box.
Yeah. So what it was... So I like to show people diagnostic stuff. So what it was it just had bearing material and shit everywhere, and in the oil pickup, it was full of swarf, and it looked like machining swarf out of the cylinder head. Now, here you go. Look, everyone can make mistakes, guys, and I never ever say that no one will. But then...
Is this what's worth $1,000?
Yep.
Then you find stuff like this, and then the engine, all the bearings were torched. Everything was torched. So that will keep the cap up. See how it's sitting like that? Oh, don't look at that grotty old man's nail. All right, so that'll keep the cap up. This is another reason why it had low oil pressure. All right, and he'd done it here. So where are we? Here, and then here and here. So just got to do shit properly. If you fuck up, pull it apart, do it again. If you're worried, pull it apart. Look, even after pulling Joe's engine apart 100 times, I think I did 3 or 4 times, still broke, but that was out of my control. So we'll get the head off and we'll take it all apart. And yeah, have a look at this. ARP studs. Oh, I must have lost one. If they're working out their back shed and they're doing it cheap as shit and their prices beat everyone else's, you should start asking your questions about why you're doing it. At the end of the day, save the money, do it once, do it properly. We're going to leave it there, and us boys are just going to finish off pulling this thing apart, and we'll work out what we're going to do, see if the crank's salvageable and shit. And the head looks all right. We've just got to remove a few parts out of a spare head, and yeah. And when we put this back together, we'll do a video of that, and we'll do a few videos on it and go through what we're going to do and stuff. All right. You have a good night. Thanks, guys.